Hi friends! Today we're working with how to use Sketchbook X. So turn on your iPad and locate this icon, the Sketchbook X. When you open that up, your screen should look like this. If for some reason it has somebody else's artwork on it, then you'll want to click on the four squares. It'll probably prompt you with, do you want to save this art? Go on and click save for them. Then it'll take you to a gray screen that has multiple artworks on it. At the bottom will be a plus sign. You will click on the plus sign and then it'll take you back to where we are currently. So when we are all on the same page, the next step you will want to do is create a layer. So the layer button is located right here. When you click it, you should get an image that looks like this. The first thing you're going to want to do is take a photo of your foreground, background, middle ground piece. To do that, you will click on the flower plus sign and it'll give you the option of use photo or take photo. You're going to want to take the photo. And you'll see that this image will pop up and you can kind of mess with it to get the right image that you're looking for. Be aware though that when you're taking your photo that you're not getting any of the table, that your image is flat. Chances are you might lose a little bit of your image, but decide what's more important. Is it more important that you lose a centimeter off your image and you don't see the table, or is it more important to you that you get your whole entire image and you see part of the table? What is going to look like the better finished piece? You're the artist, so you will have to decide on what looks more polished. So when you're happy, click on use photo and you will see that your photo is now your image. You are now done with your first layer. Congratulations. So your next step is to click on the layer button again, click on the plus sign, and now you can see another layer has been added. This is our second layer. Because this is our second layer, this is going to be where we are going to be adding ourself into our art. From here, you will want to click on the flower plus sign, and you're going to get the option of photo library or camera. If you were here with us on the day that we took our action poses, then feel free to go on and go into the photo library. If you were not here for that day, then you will need to use the camera option. So I have my image selected for my friends that are taking their photo today. Um, as you can see, I did an action pose. I would not do an action pose because I am blurry from jumping in the air, and that's going to be really hard to crop, but it's also going to leave us wondering, where's the rest of Miss Foff's feet? Where are the rest of my arms? What happened to my limbs? So we're going to try our best to work with just still photos. The next thing you're going to do is click on your paintbrush. This is where all your tools are located. And right now you can see it has a marker, and I can see I'm using the color green. I do not want to use this option today. I'm actually going to work with the eraser. So I can click on my eraser and you can see up here, this is what the tool is going to look like on my image. It's kind of see-through right now. So to change that, I can pull this bar all the way over and it'll make this eraser line solid white, which whenever I am erasing my photo that I just took, it will erase it all the way and I won't have to go over it multiple times, so it'll speed up that process. The next thing I'm going to want to click is this icon. So this icon right here, if it looks like mine on your screen, you have symmetry, which we learned about in second grade. That symmetry is when we have the same image on both sides. You want to turn that on. You are then going to take your finger and erase. As you erase, you will see your first layer, which is your artwork, appear. Try erasing from side to side or bottom to top. Just be conscious of when you're erasing that you are not erasing yourself in the process. But if you do make a mistake, you can hit the back arrow. When you start getting close to yourself, you will want to click the symmetry icon to where you no longer have symmetry, and that will allow you to get in close to your image of yourself. Try not to erase yourself, but as you can see, there's parts of me when I did lose part of my leg, or you can see where I wasn't able to get all the way over to my arm because I was in that action pose. I couldn't get all the way over because if I would have, I wouldn't have had an arm. The other thing is we're working with our fingers, so it's a little bit harder to control. Now we're going to work on transforming our image. So you'll click on the three dots, click on transform, and this is where we're going to get out our crab hands. So your thumb and your index finger. You will use your crab hand and put your thumb and your index finger on your person. And if you stretch your fingers out, your person should get bigger. If you push them in, your person should get smaller. You can also take your crab hand and rotate it to make your person move around the screen. So you can see I played with this for a little bit. I'm being conscious of, is my person in the foreground? Is she in the middle ground? Or is she in the background? If she's in the foreground, she should be larger. If she's in the background, she should be smaller. So you can see my person got smaller, and that makes it make sense. I'm in the middle ground, I'm now middle size. I want my person to be in the foreground. So she's jumping off into the water. So I'm just playing with size right now to see what makes sense. I finally came up with this, and I feel like this is pretty close to what it would look like if I was jumping into the water. If this was an actual photo, I feel like this would be what a photo would look like. So now that I'm done, I'm going to click on done, and that is going to just exit me out of this area where I'm moving the whole entire layer. Then you'll click on the four boxes, and it'll prompt you with don't save or save. We want to save our creation. So after you save it, you'll come to this screen. You will want to click on your photo and then click on the flower with the arrow, and you'll see print, Facebook, photo library. You will want to click on the photo library. You will then have your image orientation. So which way do you want your image to be viewed? I want my person to be right side up because I have my sky and everything else. So I will click on that. It should now be saved in my photos, but to double check, I'm going to go back to my home screen by clicking that button on the outside of your iPad. And I'm going to look for the flower icon. So my flower icon is right here. I'm going to click on that. It takes me into my photo library. I can see my camera roll. And sure enough, there is my image that I created, so I know it's saved. So here's my final picture. And you are now finished. Great work, guys. We will work on uploading these to your digital portfolios later on in art. Have a great day.